TAURINS here, your expert real estate advisor here in Central Florida. Today I want to talk to you about something that I hear a lot from buyers, which is, I don't want to get pre-approved or pre-qualified for a loan. I just want to go shop for houses first. And I want to tell you today why that is not a very good strategy. Very often when I ask them why they want to do it in that order, they tell me they are afraid to get their credit pulled because they think it will lower their score, and they would rather wait until they find a house that they really like and then go ahead and get pre-qualified or pre-approved. First of all, if your credit score is so iffy that the couple of points that it might be changed by getting it checked by a lender are going to make you not be qualified for a loan, you definitely want to go ahead and talk to a lender sooner rather than later, because a lender is going to be able to help you pull your credit score up, maybe give you some tips or some ideas on things that you need to do or pay off or take care of that will help boost your score. So that's a good reason to go ahead and get that done sooner. Number two, let's talk about exactly what is a pre-approval letter. So there's kind of two levels of it. There's a pre-approval or a pre-qualification letter. And for example, the other day I was helping somebody who was trying to sell his home for sale by owner, and he had a buyer, and he said, can you please look over this information that they sent me? I really want to go with this buyer. So I said, sure, what have they given you? And he said, well, they've sent me a letter from a lender. So they forwarded that to me. I took a look at it, and the letter read like this. Based on the information you have provided us, you may be qualified for a loan of up to $400,000. And I told him immediately, this is not strong enough. Don't go under contract with these guys. So the reason is, basically all they had done is fill out an application, and that's fine. They've taken the first step, but lenders look at things a little bit differently than you might be filling out those answers. So for example, if you're self-employed, there's a bunch of different numbers that come up on your tax form as to what your kind of gross income is versus what your salary is. And you can write down a number thinking this is what I make, but a lender may look at that completely differently. Also, if you don't exactly know what your credit score is, it can change dramatically. You can have things on your credit report that you don't even know about, or your spouse can have things that you don't know about if both of you are applying. So it's really, really important to have your credit checked and to have your income verified before you start shopping for a house. Thirdly, if you don't know exactly what you're qualified for, let me tell you, there is nothing more heartbreaking than looking at $400,000 houses and then finding out that you only qualify for a $200,000 house. You don't want to do that. Going the other direction is fine, but you don't want to start off looking at really nice houses and then having to just back up and kind of temper your expectations for what you're going to be able to purchase. So that's a very strong reason to get your pre-approval letter done before you start looking. Next, we have a lot of buyers right now, and when a great house comes on the market and you fall in love with it, chances are you're not the only person who has fallen in love with that house. And if you go to your seller and you hand in a letter that says, based on the information you have provided, you might qualify for such and such an amount, it's just not strong enough. Or if you find the house you love and you want to make an offer, and then you need to stop and spend a couple of days applying for a loan, you're going to miss that house. So it is super important to get that taken care of before you start. Finally, if you want to go look at houses, you will probably be able to find a realtor who will work with you. But most of the really good, experienced realtors are not going to be willing to work with you because we don't know what your budget is. We don't know if you are qualified to buy a home. And it's our obligation to sellers who are also preparing their home for every showing and running around and cleaning stuff up and sweeping and vacuuming and hiding stuff under the bed and everything else that sellers do. It's just not fair to everyone involved if we don't know if you can actually purchase this home. So rather than spending time doing things that don't make sense, there's an order to it. And the first step is to speak to a lender, get your financing in order, and then start to look for houses. Look all you want online, visit open houses and do things like that, but please, before you intensively start looking for a home by visiting them with a realtor, do go ahead and get pre-qualified first. It's beneficial in so many ways. Thanks a lot for watching my video. Please let me know if you need help getting a lender. By the way, I have an arsenal of excellent lenders that I can refer to you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.